What's up, guys? Welcome to my very first reaction video. And today's video, I'm going to react Big L. And with that being said, man, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Let's dig into this video and let's hear of the story of Big L.
I'm known to gas a hottie and blast a shotty. Got more cash than Gotti, you don't know? You better ask somebody.
Before Big L would start a group with fellow Harlem rappers Mace and Cameron. Before Big L would impress hip-hop producer Lord Finesse when he freestyled for him at an autograph signing in a record shop. Before he won a freestyle battle when he was only 18, beating out 2,000 other contestants. Before Big L would perform concerts in Amsterdam and Japan. Before Big L would lose his life at the age of 25, being shot 9 times in a drive-by shooting.
This Big L Coleon representing DITC Flamboyant Records, and when I'm in Croatia, I'm checking out Top DJ Mag, you know what I mean?
Growing up in the rough and tough area of Harlem, young Larry Coleman, he had decided what kind of life he was going to make for himself. And he was surrounded by violence, guns, and gangs. Now, a lot of guys, they were taken to the street corners to sell drugs, but he would go out there where he would freestyle. He would also challenge other artists to rap battle. His talent and boldness would lead him to be taken in by some of the most exciting underground rap artists in New York, and eventually he would sign to Columbia Records. But soon after, him and the label, they weren't seeing eye to eye, and he would move on to work for himself. Big L, well, his lyrical style, it was getting him global recognition, and people were sampling his music left, right, and center. It was while he was working on his second album that he got tangled up in a street feud that would end up costing him his life. The man was shot 9 times in a drive-by shooting.
So I got bricks of Jose. I sip Rose. This nigga's not free anymore. I make the whole pay.
What's going on, guys? My name is Michael McCredden, documenting the life and career of Big L prior to his passing. Here for you and before they were dead. Now, please feel free to leave your condolences for the departed in the comments down below, as well as be sure to let me know who you want me to document next. You guys requested this video, so here you go.
So you trying to make it, right? No doubt. Yeah, word. You doing good, too. I've been there.
Larry Coleman was born on May 30th, 1974. He was the third and youngest child of Gilda Terry and Charles Davis. However, his father left the family when Larry was still a child. He had 2 siblings, Donald and Leroy, who gave their little bro the nickname Little L.
Once again, it's the Big L, that kid who got much props for killing corrupt cops with motherfucking buck shots.
He was raised in Harlem at 139th and Lenox, an area known as the Danger Zone.
But no man can withstand the whole zone.
That's due to its crack cocaine culture. Well,
Yo, that danger that Danger Zone song by Big L was completely super fire, bro. And I heard that song multiple times on YouTube too. You know what I'm saying? That song was completely tight and fire.
young Larry, he stayed out of this because the man was obsessed with hip-hop. He began freestyling at the age of 12, and then he would go out onto the streets, not to get involved in the gang culture, but instead he wanted to rap battle his peers. Coleman attended Julia Richmond High, and as he got into his teens, he was faced with the temptation of quick money on the streets. Instead, he decided to focus on his rap as his way out. He founded his own small rap crew known as 3 the Hard Way in 1990, but this group would fizzle out because the other people he was working with, well, they got caught up in gangs and drugs. Now, around this time, Little L, he decided to switch up his name, and he was going to be known as Big L. He also bumped into another artist by the name of Lord Finesse at a record shop, and that's when he decided, well, this is his shot, and he went for it. Initially, he sent a friend to show Finesse his mixtape, who said, talk to my manager, and if he's nice, we'll talk then. But Big L, he came to the conclusion that wasn't a good enough answer.
So L sends him back. So my man said he'll run for you right now. If you don't like him, he won't ever bother you again.
Finesse and Big L, they exchanged phone numbers, and when Big L would go on to graduate from high school, well, he would join up with one of New York City's best underground hip-hop groups known as DITC, or Diggin' in the Crates crew. It consisted of rappers, DJs, and producers like Lord Finesse, Diamond D, and Fat Joe. Now, the name comes from them going around to different record shops where they would be looking through bins for samples that they could lay their tracks down to. All of a sudden in 1992, well, Big L, he had his first track on Lord Finesse's Yes You May.
And Show and AG threw me on their album. That's right. You know, I was winning rap contests like it was nothing.
Around the same time, Nubian Production, well, they had held a freestyle rap battle competition. 2,000 people showed up, and Big L, he was crowned the victor. That is when he signed a deal with Columbia Records. The first single, Devil's Son, was released in 1993. Now, the inspiration behind this single, well, Big L, he was a massive fan of horror films. Also, he states that he'd seen some pretty ugly things while growing up in Harlem. While working on his upcoming album, Big L founded Harlem-centered rap group Children of the Corn. This was formed with neighborhood friends and fellow Harlem rappers Cameron, then known as Killa Cam, Herb McRuff, Cameron's cousin, Derek Bloodshed, Armstead, and also Mace, who at the time he was known as Murda Mace, but I got a funny feeling he now goes by the name Father Mace. That's what I heard. Lifestyles of the Poor and Dangerous was released in 1995 and would have 3 singles, Put It On, MVP, and No Ends, No Skins. And it featured guest appearances of a young Cameron and Jay-Z.
I shake rattle and roll and wreck shit like none, and beat a nigga ass half silly on the one.
Though upon its release, this small album, it received a positive reaction from music critics. It also earned for Big L a reputation as a strong lyricist and a guy who's fantastic at wordplay. It was also financially successful in the beginning, but then after about 5 years, it only would go on to sell about 200,000 copies. The following year, he would get dropped by Columbia Records. Him and his label, they weren't seeing eye to eye. He later went on to state, "I was there with a bunch of strangers that didn't know my music."
There's no comparison, son. Just embarrassing. I'm running with some of the baddest men in the whole New York.
Big L then began to work on his second studio album known as The Big Picture in 1997. He also formed his own independent label known as Flamboyant Entertainment. He released the single Ebonics in 1998. He was also reportedly in talks to sign with Jay-Z's Rockefeller Records, but sadly, his story ends there.
Ask anybody from Eminem on down, all the real lyricists, they'll tell you about my boy. My boy is wicked. Nobody is fucking with my nigga, Big L.
On February 15th, 1999, Big L, he was fatally shot 9 times in both the face and the chest in a drive-by shooting. Initial reports speculated that his assailant wanted vengeance against his older brother, a rumor which would be confirmed in an interview with his brother Donald in 2010.
Both of us is gone, and he was out here by himself. So you can't get one brother, you got the other one. You know what I mean?
Originally, Gerard Woodley, one of Big L's childhood friends, was charged with the murder. But then he was released because of insufficient evidence. The murder case has never been solved and is surrounded in controversy. Now, Big L's manager, he decided to put together that album, The Big Picture, and release it, and it would go on to become certified gold. As for the rest of the story, there's actually a documentary being made about Big L, and it's set to be dropped in 2016. So be sure to check that out.
Harlem has really never been the same since
Big
L dropped.
My name is Mike McCredden, and thanks for checking out Before They Were Dead. I hope you enjoyed this video.
All right, man. That's it for this video. And I'm your boy Flame 101. I'm signing out. Peace.